Hi, I'm Ms. Lauren with the UTA Extension Wayne County 4-H program. Welcome to Turtle Yoga Session 3, Eastern Box Turtles. Today, we are doing turtle yoga in the forest where we can find the preferred habitat for our eastern box turtles. Eastern box turtles are terrestrial, which means they spend the majority of their time on land. Although they are known to soak in puddles and shallow water, they are not good swimmers. While they have slight webbing in their toes like our diamondback terrapins, their more stumpy legs are better adapted for walking and digging on land rather than swimming. Their shells are also very dome-shaped, so they have plenty of room to pull their head and legs completely inside. Eastern box turtles are relatively small and only grow to be about 6 inches long as adults. These turtles are omnivores, meaning that they will eat almost anything, plant or animal that they find in the forest, such as mushrooms, worms, or berries. Threats to eastern box turtles include habitat loss when forest lands are cleared or fragmented by roadways or development, and also the pet trade. Because these turtles are so small, they are enticing to keep as pets. However, it is illegal to keep native wildlife like box turtles as pets in Georgia. Also, box turtles can live to be over 50 years old, and that's quite a long time to keep an animal as a pet. Another reason these little guys do better in the wild instead of captivity is because they exhibit what we call site fidelity, or attachment to their home location. If you move a box turtle from the place where you found it, it will spend its whole life trying to find its way back to its home. This means it will not be happy in a tank or could get hurt crossing roads trying to find its way back home. If you see one of these guys, just leave it where it is, and if you're lucky enough to see it in your yard, it will stay in that area its whole life. So keep an eye out for it because you will probably see it again year after year. Lastly, box turtles are very unique because they have a hinged bottom shell that opens and closes like a door to allow them to completely close up or box themselves in their shells for protection. Not all turtles have a hinged shell and are able to do this. This is pretty cool. We are doing yoga today because yoga is a great way to do physical activity. It has been shown to help with managing stress and relaxation. Children should get at least 60 minutes of exercise every day. Being outside is shown to improve concentration and mood. In addition to those benefits, being outside increases exposure to sunlight, which will create vitamin D in the body to strengthen bones. Before we get started, let's go over some important safety tips and reminders. Always warm up the body first. A warm-up will increase your heart rate, which will increase the amount of blood, oxygen, and nutrients going to the muscles and decrease the risk of injury. For the first few minutes of the routine, we will focus on light movements and avoid holding stretches longer than a few seconds. Stay within your limits by choosing poses matching your fitness level. Some poses require more strength and flexibility than others. Start with basic poses. Listen to and respect your body. If a pose feels painful, stop doing it. Gradually increase intensity. Start by holding basic poses longer to build strength and stamina before further extending the pose or trying a more difficult pose. Remember, yoga is not a competition, so avoid comparing yourself to others around you. Keep knees and elbows loose or slightly bent and keep your joints in proper alignment. Move slowly and avoid bouncing or jerking into poses. Remember to breathe through each pose. Wear comfortable clothing that you can move easily in and will keep you covered. Now, let's start our routine. Let's begin in mountain pose with our arms by our side, palms facing forward. Slowly lift your arms overhead with palms facing inward and lean from the waist to your left and right, nice and slow for swaying tree. Slowly lean into forward bend, remembering to keep your knees soft, then stand back up into mountain pose. Raise your arms over your head again for swaying tree to the left and to the right. Then slowly lean forward into forward bend. Then lower your bottom into frog pose with your arms between your legs and knees pointing outward. Then Leap into the air and land gently back into frog pose. Repeat 2 more times. Now back to mountain pose. Let's repeat the entire sequence. Arms overhead, palms facing inward. Lean slowly from left to right for swaying tree. Forward fold to forward bend, keeping your knees soft, then back up to mountain pose. Arms overhead for swaying tree to the left and swaying tree to the right. Arms back to center. Forward fold, knees soft, into frog pose, arms in the air, leap and repeat 2 more times, back into frog pose. Now we will begin our main routine, starting in mountain pose. Hold your mountain pose for 1 to 3 breaths in and out. Then, exhale, bend forward from the hips into standing forward bend and hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to standing and raise arms overhead. Exhale, push your hips back and bend your knees for chair. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to mountain pose. Exhale, lift your right foot and place it on your left leg for tree. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, leaving your arms overhead, lower your right foot back to the floor. Exhale, bend forward from the hips into standing forward bend and hold for 1 breath. Now inhale, return to mountain pose and extend arms overhead. Exhale, push your hips back and bend your knees for chair and hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to mountain pose. Exhale, lift your left foot and place it on your right leg for tree. Hold tree for 1 breath. Inhale, lower your left foot back to the floor. Exhale, squat down into frog. Repeat the frog leap 3 times. Inhale, jump your feet back into plank. Hold plank for 1 breath. Exhale, jump your feet forward back into frog. Repeat 3 times. Inhale, jump your feet back into plank and hold for 1 breath. Exhale, slowly lower to the floor. Inhale and extend your arms and lift your torso into cobra. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, push your hips up and back into down dog. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, step your right foot forward and bend your right knee to line it up over your ankle for lunge. Inhale and raise your torso and hold for 1 breath. Inhale, lower your left heel and raise your arms overhead into Warrior 1. Hold Warrior 1 for 1 breath. Exhale, turn left toes out and lower arms into Warrior 2. Hold Warrior 2 for 1 breath. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, Reach your right hand toward the floor and raise the left arm up for triangle. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to warrior 2. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, turn back toes forward and raise arms for warrior 1. Hold warrior 1 for 1 breath. Exhale, lower your left knee to the floor into dragon. Hold dragon pose for 1 breath. Exhale, bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Twist toward your right and place your left elbow on the outside of your right leg for twisting dragon. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to dragon. Hold dragon for 1 breath. Inhale, lower your arms and raise your torso into lunge. Hold lunge for 1 breath. Exhale, place both hands on the floor. Inhale, step your right foot back into plank. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, slowly lower your body to the floor. Inhale, extend your arms and lift your torso into cobra. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, push your hips up and back into down dog. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, step your left foot forward and bend your right knee to line it up over your ankle for lunge. Inhale and raise your torso. Hold lunge for 1 breath. Inhale, lower your back heel and raise your arms overhead into warrior 1. Hold warrior 1 for 1 breath. Inhale, turn back toes out and lower arms into warrior 2. Hold warrior 2 for 1 breath. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, reach your right hand toward the floor and raise the left arm up for triangle. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to warrior 2. Hold warrior 2 for 1 breath. Inhale, turn back toes forward and raise arms for warrior 1. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, lower your right knee to the floor into dragon. Hold dragon for 1 breath. Exhale, bring your palms together at the center of your chest, twist toward your left, and place your right elbow on the outside of your left leg for twisting dragon. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, return to dragon. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, lower your arms and raise your torso into lunge. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, step your right foot forward into mountain pose. Exhale, squat down into frog. Inhale, stand on your knees. Exhale. Lower your right hand to your right heel and raise your left hand overhead for half camel. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, stand on your knees. Repeat on the other side. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, stand on your knees. Exhale, place your right hand on the floor under your shoulder. Inhale, extend your left leg out to the side and raise your left arm overhead for side plank. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale. Stand back on your knees. Repeat on the other side. Place your left hand on the floor under your shoulder. Extend your right leg out to the side and raise your right arm overhead. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale. Sit on your bottom and place both feet flat on the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Raise your legs into half boat. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale. Lower your legs to the floor and extend them in front of you. Exhale. Bend forward into river. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale. Sit up and place both feet flat on the floor. Exhale. Slowly lay down. Inhale. Lift your hips up into bridge. Hold bridge for 1 breath. Exhale. Lower your hips to the floor and extend your arms out to the side. Then inhale. Exhale. Lower both knees to one side. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, lower both knees to the other side for lying twist. Inhale, return to center. Repeat lying twist on each side 2 to 3 times. Remember to keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Exhale. Roll over into child's pose. Hold child's pose for 5 full breaths. Well done. Now we will transition into our relaxation. Slowly come out of child's pose. Great job. Now transition into chill pose. Lie flat on the floor with your arms by your side. As you settle down into your relaxation pose, let the ground support the weight of your body. Slowly breathe in. Feel your stomach expand and rise as you fill your lungs with air. Slowly exhale. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Notice your breath with every inhale and exhale. Start to relax your feet, your ankles, and your calves. Slowly move up your legs and begin to relax your knees and thighs. Relax your hips. Begin to relax your back, your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. Relax your stomach. Relax your chest. Relax your hands and arms. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, and your head. Let your body melt into the floor. Feel the tension leave your muscles with every exhale. Pledge your head to clearer thinking. Open it to think, to plan, and to reason. Pledge your heart to greater loyalty. Open it to be kind, to be true, and to be sympathetic. Pledge your hands to larger service. Enable them to be useful, to be helpful, and to be skillful. Pledge your health to better living. Prepare it to resist disease, to enjoy life, and to be efficient. Pledge to your club. Pledge to your community. Pledge to your country. Pledge to your world. Focus on your breathing and draw on your inner strength. Tell yourself that you are strong. Tell yourself that you are loved. Trust yourself and be at peace. You are confident. You are capable. You are your own unique self. Just the other day, I was lucky enough to come across this beautiful box turtle on my family's property. Actually, one of our dogs found it, and large dogs are another potential threat to box turtles because they may think the turtle looks like a fun chew toy and cause damage or injury to the turtle's body or shell. Try to discourage your dog from disturbing any wildlife to keep both them and other animals safe. You can see the hinge here on the bottom of this guy's shell where he has closed himself in. This turtle is a male, and we can tell that because males tend to be more brightly colored than females and have an indentation on their bottom shell. If this was a female, the bottom shell would be much more flattened. This little dude was pretty scared from his dog encounter, so he decided to stay safely inside of the shell until I went away. We left this little guy close to where we found him so that when he was ready, he could continue his plans for the day. As you can see, he is quite hard to spot because he camouflages very well in the leaf litter found on the forest floor. The typical browns and yellows on our box turtles naturally blend in with the dead leaves and shadows you find on the ground in the woods. Box turtles can be found in coastal maritime forests or farther inland in deciduous forests like we see here. Can you spot this little guy? As we wrap up today's session, let's take a little advice from our box turtles and remember that a turtle never gets anywhere until he sticks his neck out. So get out of your shell and don't be afraid to stick your own neck out. Hope to see you for session number 4 next week.